The borough of Brooklyn is the location for the Cavaliers, a player who always delivers each and every game. Kevin Love getting ready to lead the way for his team as they prepare to do battle inside Barclays Center. Cavs, Nets, up next, right after this. Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. DA, take it away.
Kevin, thanks very much. James Harden has led the league in points per game the last 3 seasons. And the Beard said, honestly, it's not even about me scoring. Teams are playing me for the pass. I just try to make the best play, and whether that's scoring or passing, every game is different. Kevin, back to you.
DA, he is dangerous in both facets. He's hard to stop. Taking a look here at some of the numbers for Collin Sexton.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Jarrett Allen is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Okoro in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Nets, we've got Jordan. Irving is out there with Harden. And it's Durant. And it's Green in at the 4 spot. Greg, at the beginning of every season, we'd love to see players that have worked on something during the offseason that they now have added to their game in the new season.
No doubt about it, Kevin. You know, the work doesn't end when the season ends. If you're trying to improve your skill set, or if you're trying to just put on muscle, that kind of stuff needs to be done during the break. You need to have an assessment in the off right after the season. Hey, where can I get better? And then you spend the off season on that challenge.
Season never really ends. Now here's Durant. And then Durant with the jam.
Well, I love the speed that Durant has. I mean, fantastic at slashing into the paint and scoring right at the rim. That length of stride of his and his speed, lethal combination.
Here's Garland. He really played well in that last game against Charlotte. Passes to Allen. Shot clock at 5. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Sexton's shot is good.
You know, the timing, the rhythm, I'm a big fan of when Sexton can just catch and shoot.
Irving with the ball. Last game we saw him score 14. Pops it up for Jordan. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Boy, Jordan is an alley-oop specialist, a big target with strength and bounce.
Love outside. Pass to Okoro. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Jeff Green picks one up. It's his first trip to the line.
An 80% shooter. The work he's done at the line this season, one word, solid.
And he makes the first. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Outside Irving. It's Harden with the drive, and layup's good off the glass.
How about the concentration? I mean, Harden is used to finishing past intense defense. There he goes, doing it again.
Well, you can be the judge of if it's fair or not, but Kyrie Irving has earned himself the reputation of being moody, to say the least.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes that sword cuts both ways. Sometimes it's the players, sometimes it's the media, and the media's perception. It's a combination of the two. Clearly, Kyrie can sometimes go off on tangents and come from left field in interviews. I mean, he's not the only player, present or past, that's been guilty of that. One thing you can't deny, though, is this guy loves the game, and it's a matter of continuing to mature and grow as a leader. So I say give him more time, and he'll refine himself in that area.
Offensive rebound, second shot opportunity, and Durant sends it back. Here's Love. He feeds it to Allen.
That extraordinary reach combined with good timing makes Durant a real threat as a shot blocker. Oh! Now this is impressive. Durant showing you all of that creativity with that one.
Love outside. Pass to Okoro. Just 5 on the clock.
Using his size advantage there to rip down that board in traffic.
Harden has a wide open look, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
They are on fire, just in a great groove here early on.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket.
A nice shot by Okoro. Okoro's got his second bucket of the night.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Sexton dishes to Garland. Allen surveying the D. He kicks to Sexton. Over Harden. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Well, the defense refusing to give up anything easy. Love seeing that kind of intensity. Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
And here is Okoro. 14 points from him the last game against Charlotte.
Oh, my goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful.
Virtually impossible to top that alley-oop.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up for those.
Brooklyn shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Boy, I tell you what, you can't even compare their numbers at the free throw line last season to the numbers this year. I mean, they are so much better.
One shot.
And the former Hoya Green, a rangy forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
Now, here's Garland. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Goes up the baseline, and it's Irving with the rebound.
Well, I like the defense there. Right up in his grill, didn't give him a chance.
Shots good by Durant.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Yeah, and that one, they just locked it down defensively. Challenged shots and really protected the rim.
Boy, I tell you what, I think you got to really appreciate the grit. Getting dirty, staying engaged. That's really what defense is all about.
While we have the chance, we like to reveal the list of the past month's best fast break teams in the NBA. The Nets second.
They've been playing an exciting brand of basketball during that time. I mean, taking every chance to get out in the open floor.
The Cavaliers trail by 6. And there's the pass to Love. Here's Garland. Cleveland moving it around. Outside, Sexton. In the corner, Okoro with it. And it's off from three-point range. And it's Harden with the ball for the Nets. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Well, it's really hard to stop them when they're in a groove offensively, and they were in a comfort zone all game long in that one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first.
You know, at this stage of his career, Jordan not only knows his role, but thoroughly and fully embraces it. He's out there to provide energy and hustle on defense and on the glass.
And he's good on the second. The Cavaliers trail by 7. Now Garland. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. There's the triple. And then Love with the jam.
Yeah, and his offensive rebounding numbers have dropped off a little bit the last few years, but Love still works hard down low and gets his share of putbacks.
Irving passes to Harden. Jordan dishes to Harden. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Nets.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
And the first one drops. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there are so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul are 3 guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness, all the while he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst partner, but a fan and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. Pass to Durant. Fires from 18. They get it back.
Well, you know, a big part of offensive rebounding is really relentless effort and high energy, and Jordan knows all about that.
Outside, Sexton.
Now, there's an example of good defense beating good offense.
Irving with a clean look. Misses off the right iron.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop.
And the crowd got their jaws dropped on that one. Total disbelief.
And even 3-on-3 break. Nance passes to Windler. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on James Harden. For Cleveland, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
You know, they've really put themselves behind the 8 ball in so many of their games because they just have not been able to knock down those foul shots.
The first one falls. Some changes for Brooklyn. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Jordan. Joe Harris comes in for Kevin Durant. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Cedi Osman, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Harris outside. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. And the Nets lead by 5.
You know, really good to see Harris playing with that kind of confidence because, you know, these shots will only help him get better.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Maker misses.
And that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
And when he first came into the league, Blake Griffin's dunking made headlines. And while I'm sure he enjoyed that, he was also eager to show that there was more to his game. So not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And then Griffin with the dunk.
Boy, Aldridge commands so much defensive attention. There's bound to be somebody open on every possession. And this time, Lamarcus finds it.
And you know, Greg, in the past, Griffin felt at times criticized as being a one-dimensional player.
I tell you, Kevin, I think he's answered those critics. You look at his passing and his development as a shooter, one of the more complete offensive players in the league. The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up a little more sense of urgency.
Yeah, they've got to do a little more to disrupt their offensive rhythm, too.
Here's Sexton. Got a piece of it. Here's Harris. And he really did play well against Chicago in that last game. Here's Osman, guarded by Harden. Back to Osman, stolen by Harden. And here we go, Griffin heading to the hoop.
And Blake Griffin is just an incredible athlete, explosive and great balance and mobility, powerful. A big guy who can flat out throw it down, and he also can pass it too.
The Nets shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Griffin. Cavaliers making a switch here. Garland's checked in. Blake Griffin hits them both. And so it's Cleveland with it. Down by 12. Pass to Maker. Here's Osman. Kicks to Garland. Offensive rebound. Nice D from Aldridge.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Harden, no good. The Cavaliers trail by 12. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Quickly, let's check out the league leaders in assists. Kyrie Irving, number 1. 4th, James Harden.
And these two guys each initiate such tremendous ball movement. It's really fun to watch both of them operate.
First free throw is good.
The skill set package that Maker has is intriguing. A long, lanky, big guy who can shoot it and rebound. I think he just needs to focus on being more consistent.
And he makes both free throws.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
1:39 left to play here in the first. Griffin finds Harden. To the middle. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
Guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
The Cavaliers trail by 10. Garland the pass to Nance. And here is Garland. 1:19 left in the first quarter of the game. 20 feet out. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good.
I can't figure out, guys, what's going on with him this quarter. I mean, he hasn't gotten one shot to drop.
Now Cleveland moving it up. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
As this season gets underway, let's see how the Nets are stacking up in the NBA stats.
And let's go back to their assists for a second. When you're sharing the ball like they have, I think it really builds chemistry and trust. This is a group that really plays for each other.
That free throw good from Maker. Both shots good from the stripe. Nets leading by 8. Harden outside. Pass to Dinwiddie. The kick out to Aldridge. It's stolen by Maker. A solo fast break. Here's Windler. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on James Harden. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. The first free throw is good. Kyrie Irving, he's checked in for Brooklyn. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. There's 42 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Dinwiddie with it. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. And it's good for 2.
Boy, I tell you, I don't know if there's anybody better than Kyrie Irving close to the basket. He has a great feel for how to score inside.
The pass to Maker. Here's Osman, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A second chance effort and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
For Cleveland, they haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10. And the first one at the line is good. one misses. On its way from Irving for two.
The key for Maker is hustling, giving effort on defense. When he does this, he's effective at altering shots.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Right back after this break. And recently, Kevin Durant discussed what they have to face night in and night out.
I think we get a lot of teams' best shot in the first half, where they, hitting on all cylinders, playing good brand of ball, moving fast, playing great defense. And I feel like we're at that level to start the game, and then, it's about who can last at that level the longest.
And Greg, it's one of the great challenges of being one of the teams to beat.
But that's the difference with a superstar like Durant. He can give you elite play from start to finish. Lesser guys can do that only in spurts.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Osman outside at three with Nance down at the power forward spot. Then there's Maker. Then there's Garland. And it's Windler in at the two spot. Griffin. And that'll be two free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in two different settings.
Yeah, I mean, two very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle,
to Vancouver.
right? Let's get back
and
in both
Seattle.
those cities.
Exactly. Jeff Green is checked in for Brooklyn. Then for the Cavaliers, Allen comes in for Thon Maker. And it's Kevin Love in for Nance. Griffin hits them both. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Osman, the pass to Windler. Allen controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Boy, you see the hustle from Allen there, guys, and his relentlessness and the mindset to keep at it really allows him to gobble up those offensive boards.
Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. Okoro, he's checked in for Cleveland. Here's Okoro. He's got 6. And stolen by Irving. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Irving leading the charge.
Irving showing you he's a frame ahead of his opponent with that nice imagination on offense.
Inside. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And for years now, GA, Kevin Love, one of the better outside shooting big men in the game. He can really light it up.
I tell you, when Love gets it going, he is hard to slow down. Great on the catch and shoot. Hard to believe it wasn't a large part of his game until he was established in the NBA.
First one falls for him.
And that winning mindset Love brings, so valuable, knows his role and plays plays to his strengths on both ends.
Both free throws good from Love. And it's Irving with the ball for the Nets. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. This game against Cleveland is the first time they've met this season.
Yeah, and they took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
Yeah, Greg, you're right. They're the better team. I mean, they expect to win this matchup. We'll see if they can take care of business tonight.
Here's Osman. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
A moment here now to see the numbers for Okoro. How's this season turning out for him? He's averaging 11 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And there isn't much to write home about with his numbers. I think he'd like to up his contributions.
Yeah, but you got to earn that chance. I mean, you get what you earn. His numbers are fine, but he's not going to get a lot more floor time unless he turns it up a notch.
And he knocks down the first one.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
Jordan, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Durant comes in for Joe Harris. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Nets leading by 5. Fast break. Here we go. They get it back. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Jared Allen.
Boy, that's the kind of pressure Durant puts on the defense. I mean, you just can't sit back and let him do what he wants to. Body up on him, even if you may risk a foul.
Shoot 2.
That's good from Durant.
And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. And not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor.
Both good from the line that time. Greg, his scores go. Kevin Durant's as efficient as any.
I mean, Durant has an insane field goal percentage for the shots that he takes. I mean, when you factor in how many threes he puts up, it gets even more impressive. Durant takes so many shots where he's covered and is still efficient. It's just mind-blowing.
Here's Dinwiddie. The Cavaliers pull it in. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Garland dishes to Love. Here's Osman. 5 on the clock. They get it again. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. And as we check out this year's contenders for the dunk contest, we get a look at some of the showmen, the best showmen in the NBA.
And with the names on that list, you know we're going to have a crazy competition this year.
Well, you look at Allen. Some might say he's a long shot at this point, but you never know.
Hey, stranger things have happened, and we'll just have to wait and see.
And so that's the breakdown as it currently stands. We'll be keeping you all updated with the latest info and, of course, our final list of contestants as we get closer.
Yeah, and if they don't invite me to be a judge, I'm still going.
Bucket is good.
Boy, exhibiting toughness right there and persistence. Allen might have been fouled on that inside basket.
Irving passes to KD. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
A moment here to look at some numbers for Jordan. 3rd in shooting percentage, and he provides that deterrent around the rim, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in blocks per game.
And it's a strong accomplishment. 3rd best in field goal percentage. He just refuses to take bad shots. That's why his coaches love him. Free throw good, Jordan. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Okoro shot is off. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. They've held a 12-point lead early.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
That's a 2 from Sexton. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Irving knocking down that 3. Textbook form, too. Never rushes anything. Mechanics are efficient and effective.
Sexton deciding where to go with it. Love outside. And just miss after miss right now. Nets leading by 12. Outside, Green. Outside, Durant. Dinwiddie wide open. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Green against Sexton. Love outside. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room. And now they're turning this game into a drag race, sprinting out for easy fast break baskets.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
James Harden, he's checked in for Dinwiddie. A switch here also for Cleveland. Nance is checked in. And the Cavaliers with possession here. 15-point game. Outside, KD. Fires for 3. The putback, Jordan.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
They're getting beat up pretty badly out there.
I don't care what anybody says. You can't keep the status quo. If it ain't working, you got to make some changes.
Sexton against Harden. The shot by Sexton, no good.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
And although Sexton is slightly undersized, he plays with great physicality and aggression. Nice finish there off contact.
Here's Harden. That's tipped. And here's KD for 3. Aaron Nance comes up with the rebound. The Cavaliers trail by 15. Releases from 15. Here's Love. Passes it to Okoro. Off the left rim and out. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting 38% in the second quarter. Offensively, they look a little bit confused. Cleveland's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Sexton with it. Guarded now by Irving. Green against Sexton. Takes a 3. Here's Okoro. And Okoro throws it down.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea, but I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
It was the exact same kind of offensive showcase for him in their last game, too. When it happens this often, that's not a pattern. That's a characteristic.
And Nance kicks to Garland. Now here's Okoro, defended by Durant. Lock at 6. The open look here for Sexton. And the 3 off target.
He's been off tonight, off his game. At this point, he might want to focus on creating for others.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Okoro passes to Love. And the shot no good, a bit short. And it's Harden with the ball for the Nets. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand.
That's platinum level dime dropping right there by Harden. Such a smart pass. Gets it to his teammates on time and on target.
Timeout called, Cleveland.
And Clark, when you look at the footwork of James Harden, arguably some of the best in the history of this league.
And you know, Greg, he studied the greats. I mean, he loved Ginobili's Euro step and then added it to his own game. Now he's taking that to another level, and he's the one giving out the lessons. But you're right. Got great strength, but the footwork is really outstanding.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Lamarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Jordan. Griffin comes in for Green, and Harris subbed in for Irving. Sexton for 3, rebounded by the Nets. Durant's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Griffin, and good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Griffin's got 10.
Yeah, he's become very reliable with that mid-range jump shot. The defense can't let him get comfortable from there.
Nance finds Sexton. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Tries again. Count it. He has 6.
That kind of energy and hustle on the glass usually produces good results.
KD looking around. And here's Harris from the arc. Offensive rebound, Nets. Tries yet again, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Thon Maker.
And no secret here. This is what you need to do with the lead. Hit your free throws, and they're having a great second quarter at the line. And as expected, Kevin Durant sitting out all of last season, recovering from the Achilles injury. Glad to see him back on the floor.
I agree with you, and it was absolutely a no-brainer for Kevin to sit out the season. That type of injury, you give it all the time you need, and the Nets knew that. They knew when the deal was done that he was going to most likely miss the season, and yet they did the right thing. And when you have a guy like KD, you want to make sure you're not rushing him back. You want him fully ready when it's time for him to go.
And KD drops them both.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
Here's Windler, guarded by Harden.
He's not an easy guy to get a shot up and over. Aldridge has those long arms, and his timing's good, too.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
He's had 4 chances at the line, made them all. And the first one at the line is good.
And it took them a while to find their touch at the line, but they have been red hot here in the second quarter.
Griffin hits them both.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
One way to protect the lead, knock down those free throws, and 100% free throwing for the quarter, that's superb.
From the line, here's Nance. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And And we have some time now to show you which rookies have the greatest impact offensively over the course of the last month. Second is Isaac Okoro.
And those numbers have started to set him apart offensively from most of the other rookies in the league.
Yep, and this past month, guys, he's been really unstoppable, scoring at will, gaining more and more confidence as he does so. It will be hard to get him out of that zone at this point, playing with a lot of confidence.
Both shots good from the strike. 1:31 left in the first half. Pass to KD. Lets it fly. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. KD's got 16 points. The Cavaliers trail by 21. Outside, Sexton. Hands passes to Maker. Rejected by Harris. They get it back.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And he's still scoreless in the quarter. They might need to go to a plan B to help him get his confidence.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. And the jam by Harden.
You know, with Harris, if you're open, he's going to make sure he finds you.
And so Sexton will bring it up for the Cavaliers. Pass to Okoro. Shoots over KD. They grab their own miss.
Yeah, this league is in good shape when you talk about guys like Nance. The consummate role player does everything that's asked of him.
And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Brooklyn Nets. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. And now let's... Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
A tremendous start for Kevin Durant. He had 16 points, 2 block shots, and 4 assists. And from what we saw so far from the Nets, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
I love how they opened the game up. They pushed the ball up court at every opportunity, and they put the defense on their heels. But it wasn't just a track meet. It was a well-thought-out strategy that the coaches had way beforehand. We'll see what adjustments get made to try to stop their transition game in the second half.
And Shaq, what do you have to say about the Cavaliers?
The shots were not dropping for them, and now they're in a big hole. They got to be talking about a way to get good shots. Their shot selection, pew-wee, not at all what it needed to be.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
And you know what, guys? I think it starts with having a body on him every time a shot goes up. I mean, they've got to do a better job boxing out.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. They've got Kyrie Irving. Durant is out there with Green. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Harden in at the 2-guard spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Lobbed up there for KD. Irving surveying the floor. And here's what the Cavaliers schedule looks like. On Wednesday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks. And then on Sunday, they'll be playing against Lamarcus Aldridge. and the Brooklyn Nets.
And for that game against the Bulls, you know they want to come out and make a big statement in that one. It won't be easy, but anything can happen.
The first free throw is good.
Hard to imagine Durant not going down as one of the great scorers this league has ever seen. As a matter of fact, that's a given, folks. Dynamic, explosive, and he's consistent year in and year out.
Jared Allen's checked in for the Cavaliers. Durant hits them both. Here's Okoro. To the left side wing. Love the pass to Allen. Outside, Sexton. A three-pointer off the mark.
Misfires again, and the ball just refuses to cooperate with him. It's a tough day so far.
Here's Irving. Up again. It's good on the putback.
DeAndre Jordan knows a big part of his job is to gobble up rebounds. That time, an angry putback from Jordan.
Sexton dishes to Okoro. Rebound by Jeff Green. Green's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And here's Harden for 3. And the 3 ball is good. Harden's got 10 points.
And Harden takes a lot of pride in being a hard matchup, a tough cover. I mean, he takes no time in shooting once he gets the pump.
To the inside. Love, no luck.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
The shot's good from Irving.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Sexton, no good. They had a chance to end the run there.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Cavaliers have gone 0 of 4 from the field in the second half, yet to find the mark. Sexton kicks to Garland. The pass to Sexton. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone.
Offensively, the struggles continue. 0 for 5 to start the half.
The Cavaliers shooting a disastrous 25% from the field so far. Garland with the bucket. He's got 5.
And with that one, it ends an 11-0 run by the Nets.
And here's Irving. 14 points for him. And the wide open shot from Green. They get it back. Harden. The layup off target. And so Allen will bring it up for Cleveland. Hits the front of the rim and out.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Green. And Green slams it in.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Sexton the pass to Love. 3-pointer. The shot by Sexton, no good.
After hitting 1 3 in the first half, he's been unable to dial in from deep since then.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
And the length of Green is a real issue for the D. His arms just go forever, which often results in a lot of shooting fouls for him.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
And he's at nearly 90% from the free throw line this season, so having a terrific year.
And I like the fact, guys, that those numbers have gone up since last season. I mean, he said free throw shooting was an area he was looking to improve, and he has.
Dinwiddie is checked in for Kevin Durant. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Osman's checked in. Both free throws good from Green.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Now, here's Garland. 5 points in the game. Here's Love. And another miss by Cleveland.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back 3 James Harden is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot. And paired with his dribble drive, a two-move torture chamber.
The first one falls. And thanks to that step back, Harden already the all-time leader in unassisted three-point shots.
And not to mention 4-point plays. And up until recently, teams built elaborate offenses to create their three-point looks. Harden the first to do it one-on-one with volume and efficiency.
And so he makes both from the line.
One of the hardest and trickiest covers in the league. Harden, not just a superb scorer, but also an amazing passer, which really makes him really hard to guard.
Sexton kicks to Garland. Rebound by Jeff Green. Green's got his 5th rebound in this one. Bobbed up there for Green. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
And here we go, the fast break with Dinwiddie. And Green slams it in.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
Garland, the pass to Allen. Dishes it to Sexton. And stolen by Jordan. And again, Brooklyn running the court in transition. Irving, a good look. Offensive rebound. Another shot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You know, Jordan's size is part of the reason why he draws as many fouls as he does. They just have a tough time getting through his body without fouling it.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Nets.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Harris has checked in, and Cleveland with a change here, too. Larry Nance has checked in for Kevin Love. And so Jordan nails both of them. And so it's Cleveland with it. Now Garland. He has 5. Allen kicks to Osman. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the board has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And this is his 4th trip to the free throw line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
He's been a completely different guy at the line this season. I mean, last year, you weren't sure what you were going to get when he got to the stripe. There's no way we could have expected such a huge increase in those free throw percentage numbers.
And Cleveland making a change here. Windler's checked in. Second free throw, no good. And last season we saw the NBA All-Star Game introduce a target scorer, Greg, to end the game and instead of running out the clock. Did you like that, and would you widen its use?
No question it's being looked at maybe for overtimes or tournament games. You know, Adam not shy about exploring new ideas. And I got to be honest, going into the All-Star Game, I wasn't a fan of the proposed changes.
Me too.
But once you saw it all play out, I have to say I was entertained. And I applaud the commissioner and the players in the league for buying in. And I think the fan experience was made all the more better.
Good point. Garland, the pass to Allen. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. So for the Nets, Lamarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. And it's Blake Griffin in for Green. And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
And that's what a team needs when they're trailing. Energy on D.
Here's Osman. 6 to shoot. No good from outside. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half.
Making the defense look absolutely clueless. At times, Harris just makes very hard shots look easy.
Here's Osman, guarded by Harris.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
And you know what? That tells the story in a lot of games, guys. And here you go. It's telling the story tonight, too. Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
Cleveland's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Here's Garland. That one's off. Still out of sync. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You know, I like how Irving also keeps the defense guessing, keeps them off balance, and he's so crafty and creative around the basket.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And guys, that's an increase in his free throw percentage from last year. Maybe not a large one, but it is a little bit higher, so you've got to like that progress.
Free throw, good, Irving.
Hard to keep up with Irving. I mean, this guy knows how to get to the line. He's a multi-dimensional scorer, always attacking.
Makers checked in for Allen. And so Irving nails both of them. Garland with it. He has 5. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
It's not going to go for him. Great D that time from Irving. Here's Dinwiddie. Windler with the rebound. Windler's got 5 rebounds tonight. To the middle, Osman. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That's on Lamarcus Aldridge. This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. And good on the second, so he makes them both. It's the Nets now. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Here's Irving. Good, nice job down low. Irving's got 6 points in the quarter.
Outstanding body control there by Kyrie. And he continues to score on tough defense, and it never fails to amaze me how he's able to do that so often.
And the jam by Larry Nance.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off.
Boy, both ends of that play, guys, were fantastic. The defense better watch out. They better be alert, because this guy can make threes, as we saw in the first half.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. So far tonight, he's gone 4 of 6 at the line. And the first one drops. That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
A nice shot by Irving.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Garland kicks to Nance. Oh, Nance in position. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
That's serving it up on a platter there. What a nice pass. A high percentage look was the result.
Out to the right wing. Aldridge wide open. He fires. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
Boy, Aldridge has a really nice knack and rhythm with the catch and shoot opportunities.
Here's Osman. Dinwiddie covering. The fader. Windler's shot is off. And it's Harris with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. And Joe Harris, the lethal shooter, he can also be a threat in the pick-and-roll game.
Yeah, Harris does a great job reading what a defense is giving. He's more than just a catch-and-shoot type of player. Harris can hit shots on the move and isn't afraid to go at defenders.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And let's take a moment here to see some of the numbers for Irving. He's putting up about 21 points per, 8 assists, and 3 rebounds. It's hard to wrap your head around numbers like these, but that is just what he delivers night in and night out.
You know, it's so easy for us to take him for granted, to get spoiled with what he does. I think we've got to be more appreciative of the kind of impact this man has in every game he plays.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Harris outside. He kicks it to Aldridge. Back to Harris. Deflects the pass. Griffin passes to Irving. 4 on the shot clock. And Aldridge gets it to go on the assist by Irving. Aldridge has got his second basket of the night.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Garland, the pass to Windler. Here's Osman. Over Irving. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. As we get a break in the action, let's take a peek at the leading defenses. The 4th spot held by the Nets.
This is a team that takes pride on the defensive side of the floor. I mean, they play hard and they play together. They are a tough group to score on.
Passes it to Griffin. It's stolen by Nance. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Blake Griffin. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here. First free throw is good. And the Nets making a change here. Durant's checked in. Okoro, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Both free throws good from Nance. They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
Cleveland's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the 3rd. Still 0 for 3. And the dunk by Maker.
Hey, when you're a footer, that means over 7 feet tall. It's easy to throw it down. All he needs is the right positioning, and it's done.
And here is Harris. 8 points for him. Kicks it to Griffin. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Yeah, and no one's ever questioned the desire. Griffin using his strength and explosiveness to make good on the second chance opportunities.
29 seconds left to play in the 3rd.
Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing.
16 seconds left to play here in the 3rd. He dishes it to Durant. The Cavaliers pull it in. Nance passes to Windler. Over Harris. Off on that one.
When Harris gives you this type of energy on defense, that's a huge bonus.
What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for the Brooklyn Nets. Setting up teammates and getting buckets. He is looking as determined as ever. back right after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So on the floor for Cleveland, we've got Brown. Prince out there with Hartenstein, and it's McKinney in at the 3. Pass to Brown, the 19-foot shot, and that's an air ball. Not even close. There's Shamet, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Greg, we're seeing the game evolve. We're seeing more and more big men displaying perimeter skills. Do you like that, or is there a part of you that misses those days when it all played out inside the lane in a very condensed area?
Listen, Kev, I think the game has kind of evolved on from the impact that the bigs had on the interior, but not the impact that they're having on the game. The reality is the game just doesn't stand still. And now as a big, you've got to have far more versatility. You got to be able to play in space. And as a fan, I just find the game to be more appealing to watch with the freedom of movement, the flow, and more of the skill set being put on display.
I agree. Good on both. And the Cavaliers with possession here. Brown feeling it out a bit. To the paint, Hartenstein. Pass to Windler for 3. Now here's Brown. Pick off in midair. In transition, here come the Nets. That one's good, Shamet. Shamet's got 4 points in the quarter.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
That really has been the difference. I mean, they've been the better team in transition.
It's hauled in by Claxton. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. The kick out to Brown. There's the pass to Griffin. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It goes on Taurean Prince.
Still, Griffin has insane hops. Close in, can sky over others, helps him to draw fouls.
First one falls for him. And the league taking steps to discourage teams, Greg, from tossing away seasons in search of high draft picks. Has enough been done, you think, in that regard?
We'll see. I tell you, the idea of a play-in
that's
tournament
a tough one, isn't it?
for the last few playoff spots, I think that's a good idea, actually. It might keep more teams in the hunt down the stretch. And I think the onus also, if the fans put enough pressure on their teams to try to develop what they have and not always put it on the future, I think that's going to help. But I think you're going to always have a little bit of that moving forward.
And he makes the first. So he gets them both. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Brown right side. For Cleveland, they've gone a dismal 0 for 5 to get the fourth quarter underway. Hartenstein passes to McKinney. Now Prince fires the three. Nailed from three-point land. Prince has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Pass to Llewellyn. Here's Claxton. Here's Shamet. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. We know the NBA is looking to get rid of the one-and-done rule pretty soon. Adam Silver, Greg, saying he thinks the league can create a better system. Do you think so?
I think they can create a better system for some. I think the growth of the G League, no doubt, is instrumental in that new system. Now these young rookies can get the playing time in lower tier pro games as they continue to develop. But I think still the collegiate game plays a significant role. The experience of going to college, even for a year, can be invaluable.
There are pros both ways, college or the G League. Agreed?
I do. I'm just glad it's not a one-size-fits-all proposition. Now you have the option. Not every kid wants to go to college and have that experience.
Brown outside. Over to the left wing. Shot clock at 6. McKinney. Back to Brown. And too long on the shot. Net shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. Here's Shamet. The kick out to Brown. Drills it from outside. Brown's got his first 3 points of the game.
And they've gotten very aggressive on the offensive glass here in the second half, getting a lot of second chance points.
Brown inside. He's covered by Shamet. Brown dishes to Prince. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Here's Llewellyn. The layup missed. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Well, we know the TV networks have brought more revenue, Greg, to the NBA. The expectation is for another bump when they renegotiate in 2023.
You know, at the same time, though, Kevin, with all the cord cutters out there, the league looking to make the game more accessible to those fans. I expect that to be a big part of this next deal.
Right, on your tablet, your smartphone, or your computer.
Mm-hmm.
And the second free throw, good.
Well, I like the fact that Prince does a good job picking his spots. He's not a guy that forces things. Kind of lets the game come to him naturally.
Pass to Griffin. Knocked away. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Brown with the bounce pass. Just 5 to shoot. And Griffin scores. The assist by Brown.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Hartenstein passes to Whittler. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Game continues to evolve, Greg. Any changes in particular that you do not like?
That's a great question. You know, I'd like to see the replay review streamlined a little bit better. I wouldn't mind a touch more physicality being allowed in the game, but as much as we tend to complain, the one thing I have learned is if you're honest, you go back, we always complain. I don't care what the era is. Nobody's ever truly happy, and I'm not going to spend all my time worrying about that stuff, partner. I'm just going to enjoy the game that we are all so fortunate enough to be able to watch.
Totally agree. Sinks the three-pointer.
could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Now here's Brown. Now Schmidt. Some solid defense from Brown. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Windler's shot is off. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And he dunks it down.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Cleveland moving it around. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Pass to Prince. Here's Windler to the wing on the left. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Brown. Yep, that one goes.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Brown with it. The dish now to Griffin. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
A primary scorer for his team. Griffin also has a knack for drawing fouls on the way up.
And the first one drops. Blake Griffin hits them both. And here is Brown. The pass to Windler. Down low. McKinney passes to Windler. 5 to shoot. Shoots from the high post. No good that time. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Shamet cans it from downtown.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Brown outside. From the wing. A rebound by the Nets. Claxton's got 4 rebounds in this game. No good from Luwawu. Cleveland's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Brown outside. Off target from outside.
He's having a tough quarter scoring the basketball and able to help them close this gap.
Good on the triple. Luwawu's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Brown outside. Outside Prince. Here's McKinney. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Here's Luwawu. Tries again, and he banks in the layup. Luwawu's got 5 points now in the quarter.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Well, you know, that's the way it's going to be for them today, fellas. Can't sustain any momentum.
Passes it to Hartenstein. Here's Windler. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Windler's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Cavs. Now, here's Shamet. Defense right on him. Griffin goes in, and the slam by Blake Griffin.
You've got to plug up these lanes to the basket, especially when Griffin is slashing with force.
Griffin's gotten about everything to drop here, shooting 6 of 7. Here's Windler. Second shot opportunity. It's stolen by Brown. Here's Shamet. Griffin's shot is off. Cleveland with the ball. McKinney passes to Windler. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And he knocks down the first one. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Here's Brown. Pass to Griffin. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And the first one at the line is good. Griffin hits them both. Here's Windler. He kicks it to Prince. Pass to Windler. And he jams it with authority.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does make me look back a little bit, but I could never throw it down like that. But it sure does look good.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
A second chance effort, and Prince lays it in. Prince has got 6 here in this quarter.
Prince is effective at converting second chance opportunities when he chooses to go after them.
The pass to Shamet. Back to Brown. 1:51 left in the fourth quarter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on Taurean Prince. That free throw missing. And he's good on the second. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Now Brown. Passes to Windler. And it's Shamet with the rebound. That free throw good from Brown. And so he hits both. 1:33 left to play in the final quarter.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Nets.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the players.
And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance. It was a big-time outing for Kyrie Irving.
And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Claxton the pass to Shamet. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Pass to Windler. Lets it go from deep. Buries it from 3-point range.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Brown against Brown. Now here's Prince. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Brown the pass to Hartenstein. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
The first free throw is good. He hits both from the stripe. There's 25 seconds left in the game. And guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
Pass to Shamet. Brown outside. Just 5 on the clock. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.